Welcome to Manifest Your Man, How to Find, Attract, and Keep a High Quality Man online show. Today, I am so excited to bring you all one of my favorite experts. I know you are going to enjoy this segment so much. You're going to get so much good information. So I want to introduce you to Dr. Diana Kirschner, and I am so excited to have you today on our show. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much, Amanda. This is going to be fantastic.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, the audience is going to get so much good information. So let me just tell you a little bit about our expert, because she has an amazing background. She was a PBS Love expert. She's a psychologist and stars in the Amazon special Love in 90 Days. Along with her coaching team, she has helped tens of thousands all over the world to create greater self-esteem, personal development, or personal empowerment, dating success, and more loving relationships. Her website is www.loveinninetydays.com, and it's a leading source of dating and relationship advice. And she offers free ebooks on empowerment, self-affirmations, and how to create that lasting, passionate love that we all just desire. So welcome to the show. I'm so excited to chat with you
Thank
today.
you, Amanda. Yes, yes.
So I'd love to dig right in and start asking you questions, because I know you have so much great information to share with us today. And I know dating can be super challenging. A lot of singles find it challenging, especially today. But you claim you can have it raining men. So I love that term. I'd love to hear more about that. How can you have it just raining men?
Yes. Well, okay. So it's really, really important to follow the research. There's research about what attracts men, right? And the research is very clear. So when you do your photo, and the photo is very, very important for your online profile, you want to make sure that you're making eye contact with the camera, looking through the camera with a lot of warmth and smiling, right? That is very, very important, that you're very relational. People get very lazy about their photos, right? So they'll just cut something out from something or cut a person out. But you really want to get that photo. That photo is gold. And it may be that you feel like you don't photograph well, that you don't look good, right? Guess what? It doesn't matter. It really, really doesn't matter, because what I want you to do is take about 100 shots, have a good friend of yours who happens to be a good photographer, take 100 pictures of you and deliberately play with your friend, right? And make some ugly photos.
I love it.
and then you will wind up, you're only looking for maybe 1 out of 100, right? Now, anybody can look great, that 1 out of 100. The other thing is to wear red. Men rate women who wear red as more beautiful. They'll rate the same woman, right, wearing a blue dress as less beautiful than the same woman wearing a red dress, right? So red is very important. You want to have a scoop neck, so you show a little bit of décolletage, not too much. Moderate makeup, not too much, not too little. And so your photo, you want it to pop. You really, really want it to pop. That's really, really important, you guys. If you want it to rain men, your photo has to pop. And then when you describe yourself, make sure to lead with warmth. You know, when they ask men why they married their wives that they're in love with, they say, because I feel good around her. They don't say because she's a size 4. They don't say because she's beautiful. They don't say any of that. They say, I married her because I feel good around her, right? So you want to lead with your warmth, so it's going to be, sunny, smiles for miles girl, next door, or people say my laugh is the greatest thing since sliced bread or whatever it is. But you get the idea. You want to lead with warmth. And the other thing is to make sure that you're working several sites. A large site, I like Match. I'm not affiliated with Match. I used to be, but I'm not now. But I like them. Because they have the numbers, they have a lot of good guys there. And then a smaller boutique site, at least one, like maybe Christian Mingle, J-Date, something like that. And so you want to work those programs, and also you offline, you go to what I call mentastic activities. And mentastic activities are activities that you love to do that have lots of men in them. So let's say hiking, financial seminars, real estate investment, golf, advanced golf, triathlon training. If it interests you, you're going to be having so much fun that your charisma will be unbelievable, right? And you'll immediately have something in common with these people. And it's a lot less stressful than being at a singles event. A singles event, you have to compete, and it's very stressful. So mentastic activities, but you can really have it raining men. You really can.
I love that. Because I think statistically it says you have like 7 seconds to make a great first impression online. So just implementing those things that you said can really grab the attention of men because they're such visual creatures. So I love the red and just making those great photos. Take a bunch with your friends because you see all these horrible photos online and they're not getting the quality men or as many men as they possibly could. So I love that. Absolutely love that.
It's easy to get burnt out. It's easy to get so burnt out in dating, where you feel like you're not going anywhere and nobody wants you and you don't want the ones that are there. And I mean, it's just very easy. And it's very key to not get burnt out, you guys, and not quit before the miracle happens. Really, really important. Really, really key.
Yes, absolutely. I see a lot of singles that do quit too early, or they get off of a dating site, they're on it for a few weeks and then they get frustrated, but that is a key. Do not quit, be consistent and keep going because you'll find him.
Exactly. It's so true. It's so true. We had a woman in our coaching program. She was actually overweight. She was a professional woman, but she felt, a little unattractive with this extra weight on her, and she was meeting guys. She followed the suggestions about the photo and all that other stuff. She was meeting some great guys, and yet nothing seemed to be going anywhere. And there was one guy who was an accountant who was kind of shy, and so she was like, oh, I think I'm just going to give up. But her coach said, why don't you just call him? He's a shy guy. Call him. Anyway, the rest is history. That was her miracle. They're traveling together. They're having the time of their lives. It's just incredible. Then did she lose any weight? No. No.
That's amazing. That leads me into my next question that I had for you too. So if you are feeling shy or new to dating, it can be very intimidating. Absolutely. And how do you find your mojo for that irresistible self-confidence?
Yes. This is really something that we excel at. And it really involves going for your alter ego, creating or identifying, naming your alter ego. You know how celebrities can actually feel like they can name themselves, right? So they give themselves names like Queen Latifah, that kind of thing. You can go ahead and give yourself what I call a diamond self nickname, which is really cool. And you want to access your own regular, amazing, incredible gifts, whether you make people laugh or your warmth or your compassion or your whatever it is, but also who you would like to be in your name. Who you would like to be, right? Who you're programming yourself to be. So it might be irresistible goddess of light, laughter, and love, right? Oh, I like that one. Irresistible goddess of light, laughter, and love.
I want that one.
or amazing grace, beloved, mighty Isis, right? You can go ahead and play with this. You know, the interesting thing is that our identity is not a fixed static circuitry in the brain. Our identity is a constantly changing light show, you might say, in the brain of neurons firing. And so you can go in there and reprogram yourself, even if you feel bereft, too fat, too old, damaged goods, depressed, hating yourself. You know, the road to love is the hardest road to travel. It is the hardest road to travel. And so, of course, we wind up being wounded. We all wind up being really wounded. Nonetheless, you can create and access an identity of your choosing, right? And if you are hurting right now, if you're laying on the couch crying and you've been, you know, in heartbreak, you can put words like resilient, courageous, lioness, right? Courageous, brave one, brave goddess, right?
Yeah.
So you can decide and program yourself into who you want to be. This is very, very important. I myself was an extremely shy person, believe it or not. I was socially phobic and mute when I was a young child and teenager. I couldn't speak to anybody. Now I talk to people all day long. But I, you know, and a big part of that was giving myself a diamond self name, which is the radiant beacon of loving guidance. And so that's just the reality I've been living into. Of course, when I first said it to myself, I said, are you crazy? That's like way too good for you, right? Because I was raised in a way where I didn't have a lot of self-esteem. And but it's very, very powerful. The thing you do next after you get your name is go shopping, and you dress the role. You buy an outfit that reminds you of the irresistible, resilient goddess of triumph and love, right? You buy that dress that, oh, that's the irresistible goddess dress. You buy jewelry. It doesn't have to be expensive. That reminds you, right, of your name. Like, this is my radiant beacon heart, the radiant beacon of loving guidance, right? So you buy that stuff, right? And then you wear it, and you decide to own that part of you and build on that part of you when you go on dates. Very important.
I love that. Just hearing that made me feel like, ooh, I can just empowered at just to hearing that, you know, out loud. That is so powerful. I love it.
Thank you.
So you say the dating program of 3 can maximize your dating success without dating burnout. How does that work exactly?
Well, once you get your photo together and your profile together, and you do your fantastic activities and all that stuff, you want to date 3 guys at the same time. 3 guys casually at the same time. No sex. You can do kissing and canoodling if you want, but no sex, because you don't want to get attached to one guy, right? You don't want to get prematurely attached before you know whether this guy means business, what he wants, if he's really into you. You don't know. So you're protecting yourself. It's like declaring you're a mini bachelorette, right? So I'm the bachelorette, and I'm going to have 3 guys. And that way you're not obsessed, you know, you're not obsessed sitting by the phone or looking for a text from one guy. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? No, because if Jim doesn't call, Larry does. Larry texts. So it's very empowering. Now, you know, of course, the women say, I can't even find one good guy today. Well, you know, we went over that. If you really follow all the directions, and there's a lot more actually in Love in 90 Days, in my book, there's a lot more detail about how to find great men and which sites to look at, stuff like that, as well as fantastic activities. So Love in 90 Days might be something you might want to pick up. But it's very important. You have these 3 guys, and believe me, your self-esteem will be really great.
I love that, because a lot of my singles, my clients, they'll get attached to just one person, and they'll get upset if he ghosts them or doesn't call when they want, or he's emotionally unavailable in some sense, or he doesn't commit. And they put all their energy and their time and effort into this one man, when there's other men out there that could fit all of those things that they're looking for, but they miss him because they're putting their
Exactly.
energy in someone else. That's not worth it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Now you do this with integrity. So if you like somebody on the second date, you tell them that you're going to be taking things
Mhm.
slowly. And the way you do that is you do it as a triple decker sandwich, actually. You say a positive that's heartfelt and real. Then you give them the bad news that you're taking things slowly and repeat the positive. So you might say, Joe, I have not laughed with anybody. I mean, in years, I haven't laughed with anybody. I'm having the best time with you. I can't imagine liking anybody better. And this on the second date. But I want to let you know that this time around in dating, I'm taking things slow. So I'm going to be seeing different people, but as I say, I can't imagine liking anybody as much as I like you.
I love that.
That's amazing, right? So what that does is if it's a winner guy, if he's a winner, he'll want it's like catnip to a winner guy, a guy who's a winner. It's like, oh my God, she likes me. I'm special. I'm incredible, but I have to work for her. So the winner guy will say, no problem, I'm in for the long haul. Right away, you know who you're dealing with, at least some really important things about who you're dealing with.
I love that, because it's hard to be authentic and just open and honest sometimes when you're dating, because you're scared you'll scare someone off. But I love how you put that.
Yeah.
It's a good way to put that positive, two positives and a negative squished in between.
Exactly.
It makes it easier to hear.
Exactly. And you don't feel like you're like coming on too strong, like, oh, you're so fantastic. Like the guy's like,
Yeah, clingy. Yeah.
No, it's like you're really kind of, you're the bachelorette, you're the mini bachelorette.
Oh, that is so good. I think, that takes so much. Singles get nervous about telling people exactly where they are and what they think. I think that's a really good, just easy way to be yourself and say exactly how it is. I love it. So I'd love to ask about your free gift, because this is a really amazing free gift to offer.
Yeah,
Everybody should be into this.
This is incredible. I mentioned, or rather, Amanda, you mentioned that I did a PBS show. Well, PBS show is very daunting. You have to be there, on the stage, but you have to make eye contact with every section of the audience, watch the teleprompter, deliver the payoff line into the face camera, watch the clock, and act like you're totally nonchalant and make jokes.
Great.
So when I went to do the PBS show, I immediately had an anxiety attack, because that's not how I'm trained to do that kind of presentation. And I took one of my coaches. I have these hand-picked coaches that work with me who are unbelievable. So I asked one of my coaches to role reverse with me. And she sat with me in the green room, and we just got rid of any kind of fear about not being able to do it. And I was able to be my diamond self, go out as the radiant beacon of loving guidance. And it went flawlessly. At the end, I actually fell to the stage weeping with gratitude. I really did. And many people got married from watching that show. Anyway, long story short, you guys can have a session with one of these coaches.
That is amazing.
That I would choose myself to go to. So you get to have a whole juicy session, right? You can talk about anything, how to have it raining man, how to do a program of 3, anything, how to make your diamond self name living and alive for you and empowering. So you can get this amazing session. All you need to do is go to Love in 90 Days. That's lovein90days.com. Click on the coaching tab. Here's the important part. You have to say, Amanda sent me. When you fill out the form, say, Amanda sent me. That way you will be guaranteed to get your session. We often have to send people away. So click on that, and you'll have the link for them below the video.
Yes, we'll have all of the details so you can easily access it, and you have to do this. Everybody in this that's listening, you have to do this. What an amazing free gift.
Yeah, you'll be blown away.
Yes, that is so. Thank you so much for just being so generous and to our audience and offering this gift and all of this great information. I think everybody should get the book too. So we'll put all the information below so that you all can dig in and find love in 90 days. And I'd love to ask, like, if you could just give one piece of advice, what would it be to the audience? Just maybe one actionable item.
Well, I would say there's no one quite like you. You're incredible. You're unique. You're amazing. And there's a lid for every pot. I promise you. I promise you. There is the lid for every pot. So I want you to get that lid that really works with you, because you're going to be amazingly happy once you do. You will.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you so much for joining us today. It has been an honor to chat with you. I could talk to you all day long, but I know we don't have enough time.
Right.
So thank you so much for joining us. And the audience, definitely check in for the next interview, because we have a lineup of amazing speakers to help you manifest your man. And we want to hear all about it after the show is over. So have a wonderful day, and thank you again for being with us.
Thank you, Amanda. This was great. Thank you.
Mhm.